in Hotel de France in Auch, so in the southwestern of France. So let's say start with this involuntary revolution, and that only was after what he changed everything about the duck preparation in the kitchens. As you can see, the sugar is almost caramelized. Actually, it's all there, a nice blonde color. I do not mix with the spatula because I don't want to have lumps. Now it's completely melted. I remove from fire and I deglaze with the red wine vinegar and orange juice. And now I cook them and I will let reduce. I take back my duck, giving a little bit of energy, and checking that it's coloring very nice. Magret in France is intended in general as the duck that have been fed and grown for the production of the foie gras. Despite the color, the duck is considered a white meat, just like turkey and chicken. The meat of the duck is red because it has a higher percentage of myoglobin. Myoglobin is the protein that transports oxygen. And the fact that the duck meat is red is because the duck is flying, while the turkey and the chicken not. Now I'm going to check the color. I just need 1 minute more. And then I will debarrass the breast on this tray that I prepare with some slice of orange and thyme to give a little bit more flavor at the moment to cook it in the oven. Also, what is important is that the meat is always good to cook them when it's not cold. We don't take out of the fridge. So it's recommended to take out 15-20 minutes before cooking. I remove the duck breast. See, nice color. Now I debarrass. I can put on top of the skin the fat. I degrease the pan, so I remove the excess fat. And now I will proceed to prepare the base of the sauce, which consists in mirepoix. Mirepoix is a mix of celery, carrot, onions that we start to caramelize in the same pan. The sauce that we're going to serve with the duck is called sauce bigarade. The reason why is the name because in the past was used the bitter oranges. Okay, the tree of the bitter oranges is called bigaradier, and it became very famous. There is a let's say interesting story saying that the recipe of the duck à l'orange might be brought to France by Caterina de' Medici in the 16th century because she brought Italian cook to the court of France. However, there are some information, scholars says that the usage of the orange with the duck already was popular in Spain in the past. Now that my mirepoix is nicely caramelized, I can add the brown stock. So the brown stock deglaze my pan, so where the vegetable have caramelized. So we're gonna give it an extra layer in terms of taste, but as well they're gonna bring an extra sweetness. Okay. Here is there. At this stage, I can add the trimmings as well of the duck, so they will give an extra flavor. And I will add this preparation that is called bouquet garni, which is something very basic that we teach in our school. Is a mix, is a roll that is done with leeks, and is stuffed with celery stalk, parsley, thyme, and bay leaves. This one is gonna give an extra flavor to our dish, an extra layer of fragrance, and is something that we teach in our school from the basic, and that will accompany us in many other preparations of the French cuisine. So I add the bouquet garni, and I add as well the garlic cut in half and placed together. That only because I want the flavor, I don't want the taste. So it's very interesting sauce. Imagine that the sauce, the duck à l'orange, the way we know it today, was created in 1945 by René Lasserre. René Lasserre was the owner and chef of Restaurant Lasserre in Avenue Franklin Roosevelt 17 in Paris, and was one of his emblematic dish. However, in this restaurant, the duck was served raw, and the sauce served on the side, in general with some potato souffle. So today, let's say, is a smaller and faster version of that dish that I invite you to do at home, because it's not really complicated at all. So in the meanwhile that the sauce is reducing, the gastric is reducing, I change my chopping board. I start to prepare what is called segment d'orange, so supreme of orange. That one is the garniture that is going to enrich my dish at the moment to plate. So the sauce is reducing. So now I remove I cut a base for my orange. Now I need to remove the skin. So here we have the albedo, okay? The pith of the orange, and that one is the skin. So I just need to start to cut where the segment starts. We discard that part because the albedo is bitter, is not edible, raw. Like this, so I follow the line left by the first cut. Okay, now I have my orange ready to be cut and remove the segment. Very important suggestion for our friends at home. Every time you finish to cut citrus, tomatoes, it's important that you clean right away the blade, because the acidity might damage your knife if he has a prolonged contact with the acid. We control the sauce. The duck, it looks really nice. So now, with my small paring knife, I just cut through the membrane of the orange in order to expose the segment, making a cut. And that one is my clean segment of orange. That can be also used, of course, for desserts and other preparation. So now I continue in this way. One cut from one side and the other one. I can also use another technique, going down and then coming up in the other side. And this and like this. Now is a perfect period of the year to make it. The orange are in season, they're nice and juicy. Imagine that here in Turkey, the bigger producer of bitter orange, which is named Turuncu, is from the south of Turkey in Adana. There is also a festival of this product, and it's very probable. The bitter orange is used as a many usage in not only in the kitchen, also in cosmetic, pharmaceutical, and is a product that is very versatile. In kitchen, we can prepare sauce, but we can also prepare marmalade, jam, and any kind of other preparation. As you can see, I clean up right away my knife. I discard the skin. The skin as well, for such dish as well, the skin can be used. So we can make a julienne, we can blanch it, and then we can confit with sugar, which can, after the skin, can be a nice decorative element on the dish. However, it needs to be removed the white part, because otherwise it's going to be bitter. And the skin, once we did the julienne, it needs to be blanched 3 times in order to have really just the pure taste of the orange without the bitterness. My gastric is almost there. The sauce is reducing. Actually, also is a very nice dish for Sunday. Sunday dish is very simple, is a very elegant. The magret de canard, of course, is a dish that is a lean meat. However, it's higher in cholesterol and fat compared to the duck and the turkey. The breed of the duck that in general is used to prepare the magret is fed in free fields, and it doesn't fly too much, doesn't move too much. However, the duck is one of the biggest meat consumer all around the world. The breed is the Mular breed. It's a hybrid breed that have been selected for the flavor of this meat that is very fine, very elegant. So we are almost there. Let's clean the edges of my sauce in order to do not have impurities once I strain. I prepare the oven at 180 degrees. This duck is not very thick, so I think that 6 minutes is going to be fine. The serving temperature that we're going to achieve is around 62, 63 degrees. In the meanwhile, I can prepare my plate for the presentation, something that we normally do in our school, but as well in the industry, is that one to polish the dishes once they are washed and dry with a little bit of vinegar in order to remove any marks and keep the plate very, very clean. Generally, at home, the tendency is that one is to do not eat up plate when we serve food for some of our guests. However, I suggest you to start to do this, to start to apply this technique, because a dish that is served on a warm plate has a different feeling. And then also it will contribute to maintain the temperature of the food itself. Okay, here I have the sauce that is reduced by half. Now I can mix it with the gastric that I prepared before. So I pour on top. I discard the rest. I clean the edges. This operation that I'm doing is very important, because in general, when we have a sauce that is reducing, in the meanwhile that is reducing, is going to leave a marks around the pan that with the heat is going to dry. If I don't have the constants to clean the edges, these let's say impurity, they will detach from the wall of the pan and they will enter inside my sauce. And I will have a sauce that with some small little spot that are unpleasant. For the reason also in the industry, we filter the sauce many times. These have a nice, brilliant, clear color. I continue with the operation. The texture that I want to achieve is what is called nappe consistency. So it means that once I will put the spoon in my sauce and I pass a finger, the line that I create will stay. So that one is a sign that my sauce is done to be served. In the meanwhile, that this one is reducing. Now is the time to put the duck in the oven. As I said before, I prepare the oven 180 degrees. And now I will put the duck for about 6 minutes. Seven minutes. The sauce is reducing very well. Once my sauce is ready, I will add some cold butter. And I will apply a technique that is called monte au beurre. So basically literally translated, it means whipped with butter. However, we are not whipping. So basically we incorporate the butter, cold butter inside of the hot sauce, outside from the heating source, and we just making a motion, gently moving the pan in order to give a rounder taste to the sauce and an extra shyness. In the meanwhile, I can also add in my sauce the rest of the orange juice. Here I have also prepared some nice parsley sprig that I washed before, and I'm gonna use it later on to decorate my dish at the end. That one goes there. I can refine my segment. So in order to remove eventually small part of the piece that might stay. This orange was very nice, so it was quite thick. I cut the orange in a bite size. These trimmings can go inside the sauce. I see my sauce is almost ready. There's a beautiful and shine color. However, I need to reduce a little bit more. Of course, I'm going to try it. Excellent. I can feel all the flavor of the duck, the orange. I have a bitterness. I have a little bit of sourness. So it's very, very well balanced sauce. I prepare another small saucepan for when the sauce is going to be ready. I place my orange segment there ready to be used. I clean my chopping board. I clean my working place. And I'm gonna change my chopping board using the yellow one that is for the cooked products. So all the elements are ready. The sauce, I think that now reach the right, yes, now arrive to is a perfectly an optimal texture. So when I turn the spoon, I draw a line, and my line stay. So it's not, the line is stable. So it means that my sauce achieved the right texture. At this moment, I'm gonna add pieces of cold butter, and I emulsify the sauce. So as I said before, I apply a technique that is called monter au beurre. And I will just incorporate gently. Why we use cold butter is because we want to emulsify the sauce. So if I use butter that is a room temperature of melted, it means that the fat and the protein are already split. So I'm gonna have a sauce fat. In this way, the butter melting gently inside the sauce is gonna create a nice emulsion, giving shine and perfectly balanced in terms of flavor. Now, my sauce is ready. I strain it. There's a beautiful color, beautiful texture. I wish you to be here to try, hopefully soon. So I discard the sauce. As you can see, the sauce now is nice, shine, beautiful color, and perfectly balanced. I keep it warm here. And my duck in 1 minute is gonna come out. Voila. I just leave the duck 2 minutes here to rest. Is an important and crucial steps in cooking meat, because during the cooking process, the meat, of course, it has under stress, has a thermic stress. So the fact the meat to rest allow the juice to redistribute in all the piece. So, and it's very important. So, and also my meat is going to have a tendency to lose less water. So I just place 30 seconds my plate in the oven. In the meanwhile, I prepare a couple of sprigs of parsley that we washed before, for the reason are wrapped in paper. This one is going to be enough. Also, my plate is going to be hot enough because the temperature was high, so just need some seconds. Otherwise, in general, we keep the plate at the temperature of 62 degrees. That one is the optimal temperature to keep the plate warm. So now we pass to the main character of the day. So our duck. As you see here, I kept all the aromatic elements to give an extra flavor and extra layer of fragrance to the dish, to the duck. I cut in half, okay? I discard the middle, because maybe a small membrane from the butchery. And then I can cut in what is called in French aiguillette, so long stripes of duck. As you can see, the duck is nice and pink. The skin is crispy. Now I can proceed to plate. My sauce is ready and warm. I generously season around my aiguillette. As you can see, the color is beautiful. I can just place some drops on top. A little bit of pepper. Then we can place some of our supreme of orange. Then we complete the dish with the leaves of parsley here and there, delicate. That one is really what it makes the difference once we serve the dish to our friends and family. Dear friends of Le Cordon Bleu Istanbul, here we have our duck à l'orange. I encourage you to try it at home and bon appétit. It's finished? Finish? No. No.
Wow.
We are still on. They can see us. I was about to tweet that you don't tell me anything, huh? Well, I'm going right away there.
Merhabalar, Le Cordon Bleu İstanbul eğitimleriyle ilgili sorularınız varsa eğer bize chat kısmından iletirseniz cevaplamak isteriz sorularınızı. Mutfak ve pastacılık eğitimimiz 8 Şubat tarihinde başlayacak. Kayıtlarımız devam etmekte. Eğitimlerimizle ilgili sorularınız olursa bize Instagram adresimizden, Facebook adresimizden, sosyal medya sayfalarımızdan ve bizim mail adresimiz üzerinden de iletebilirsiniz. Web sayfamız üzerinden de iletebilirsiniz sorularınızı. Bizi arayabilirsiniz. Etkinlik reçetelerine chat kısmından erişebilirsiniz. Tekrar onu da hatırlatalım sizlere. Merhaba tekrar. Şef Mark Bouquet ile armutlu kırmızı şarap soslu çikolatalı dakoz reçetesini biraz sonra hep birlikte izliyor olacağız şeften. Bu arada sorularınız olursa chat kısmına iletebilirsiniz. Umarız keyifli geçiyordur etkinlik.
Good afternoon. My name is Marc Ocak. I'm a pastry teacher here at Cordon Bleu. Welcome from my side. Happy New Year. We are still on the beginning of this 21 and we hope to get it without any COVID and so on, that we're coming back to a normal life. As mentioned, we will do a dacroise with caramelized pear, chocolate sauce, and chocolate ganache. We're starting first with the dacroise. For this, I'm using some egg white, which I'm whipping to soft whisk. I'm starting always whipping the egg white, and once I start to create emulsion, foaming, yes, I'm adding the sugar in 3 times. So you see, it starts. I'm adding now a little bit of the sugar. And continue to whip my dacroise, which is in the same family than macaron. Not the French macaron, but the Dutch macaron. Make sugar. Starting to get here this soft peak. Yes, this consistency we like to get. So my egg whites are so far ready. So now it's time to sieve my dry ingredients. For this one, I need, I have some flour, I have icing sugar. If you're using icing sugar, take the icing sugar without added starch. And I have some almond powder. I'm sieving all. In order to don't have these lumps of my icing sugar later inside of my butter. So, I have here my egg whites, I have my seed powders or dry ingredients, which I'm folding now from the bottom to the top by turning my small ball there to get really a nice spreadable or pipeable dough. Taking a piping bag, a tube or nozzle, a plain one, medium size. And filling my preparation. I have here some small rings of around 10 centimeters in diameter. And now I'm piping small dots around. Piping a little bit on the bottom so that we have a kind of tart on which we can set up our small entremet. This goes now into a preheated oven to 170 degrees for around 20 minutes. Cleaning up my station, and we can go to the next step, which is a chocolate ganache. A chocolate ganache is always an emulsion. Yes, for this we need a liquid. In this case, we're taking some cream. I'm taking honey. Honey is inverted sugar, which gives also a taste. So I'm taking the honey, the cream, and bringing it to a bowl. On the other hand, I have here my dark chocolate. I'm taking a standard dark chocolate of 55% cocoa content. So you see, start slowly to boil, but I like really to get a nice boil, otherwise my chocolate would not melt. Okay. I'm pouring over my chocolate. I'm waiting few seconds so the chocolate can start to melt. And now I start to combine the cream with the chocolate, which will then melt and giving a perfect emulsion. As already been mentioned, at Cordon Bleu, we teaching the patisserie in 3 levels. Basic, where you learn all of these basic preparations, pâte sablée, pâte sucrée, puff pastry, croissant, some basic dough, yeah, but also all basic crèmes, all the declination of patisserie crème, yeah, and then in intermediate, we're coming more to a little bit more difficult. We're doing in all chocolate decorations, we will create the French classical entremets. Yeah, so we will create a lot of things together. And then in superior patisserie, that is more the artistic part of the 3 levels. Yeah, where we're working then about small show pieces out of chocolate or out of sugar. You will create an afternoon buffet. You will create a selection of entremets, gâteaux. Yeah, you will have some bread lessons and plated desserts. So I added here now also the butter and bring it now really to a nice emulsion. That means I'm melting the butter in this warm preparation. You see, it's becoming also and having a nice shine. Nice shine means always I have a perfect emulsion of my ganache. We have sometimes these questions here in our lessons. A ganache is done always with cream. No, that's not correct. It can be a liquid. It could be also an orange juice. It could be a red wine, or it could be also simple water. So my ganache is so far ready. I'm putting now a cling film and I'm keeping it in the fridge so that the cocoa butter, which it contains in the chocolate, yes, can start to set. And then later we have a nice palpable or spreadable preparation. Okay, while this happens, we're even coming now to our pears. So beforehand, I peeled already some pears, put them in a lemon juice, took out the stones, keep only the small teeth, yes, and this I will caramelize now inside of butter, honey, and some spices. For this I have a hot pan in which I'm putting the butter, I'm adding the honey, I have some spices, some peppercorns, a little bit of cardamom, and cinnamon. So that are really winter flavors. Now, I'm cooking my pears. Preparing a cartouche. Cartouche is a lid somehow cut out of paper. So I'm taking my paper, folding it, cutting for the middle a small hole, and placing it on top of my pears, so the steam stays still in, and we can nicely caramelize my apples. So what we need more? We like to get a sauce close to it, yes, and for this we did red wine reduction. So I have already here done my red wine reduction beforehand. We don't need to wait that long. I have my red wine. I have still some sugar. The whole I'm bringing now to a bowl. I have also some star anise to give some nice flavors to my sauce. This needs to wait a little bit while I'm turning the pears so that they're also cooking from the other side. Placing back my cartouche. So now we have here the basis of my chocolate sauce. Yeah. Here same, again, I'm adding a dark chocolate of 55% cocoa content. This needs to bring to a bowl. Sieving my chocolate sauce to taking out all my spices. Watching my pears. I'm cooking them really so they're nice, soft, not too hard anymore, depending on the season. Sometimes you have pears which are too hard. It's need longer in time. And now in few seconds also our bakwas are ready. So you see, they are nicely baked. Nice color. Now we can take them out once they cool down a little bit. I prepared already beforehand some of them. Then it needs to cool down. And we can prepare now the plates. Same as for Luca explained already. We're cleaning here the plate with a little bit of vinegar. Yeah, vinegar taking out all the fat traces which may still be having on the plate. Taking one of my bakwas, placing it in the middle of my plate. Hang a piping back to pipe my ganache. My sauce is so far ready. Placing a little bit of my chocolate red wine sauce around. Having my ganache. Wiping a little bit of my chocolate ganache on the center of my dacquoise. Garnishing now with my caramelized pears. Here's the same, yeah. The pears, they are warm and the ganache would melt. So we did already beforehand the pears, which I will place now. Center of our plate. To show that we have spices, we can decorate always with some of our star anise. Yes, and here is our plate for nice winter evenings. Snow should coming. Yes, that's a warm dish which really fits this season. Bon appetit, and hope to see you in one of our lessons at Cordon Bleu here in Istanbul. Thank you for participating. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.
Etkinliğimize katıldığınız için çok teşekkür ederiz. Sorunuz varsa chat kısmından bize iletebilirsiniz.